Good evening. Tonight, I want to talk about one of the foundational practices that I believe contribute to optimal health, and that's hydration. And I believe that most people, and I like to follow Dr. Zach Bush, and he believes the same thing I do, that he says actually all people in our country are dehydrated. And this is something that I'm finding in my physical therapy practice. When I ask my patients and my bodywork clients and personal training clients what they're doing for hydration, most people are either not drinking enough or they're only drinking water. And I'll talk about why just drinking water is not good for proper hydration. You see, 70% of our body is water. We have 30 billion cells, and two-thirds of that hydration, that water should be within the cells. So our cells are small little generators that create energy, and also they create waste. So water is a great detoxifier, but you need to have hydration. You need to be hydrated in order for that detoxification to take place. So one of the formulas I use is drinking half my body weight in ounces. And some of those ounces need to include electrolytes. So and I have been adding uh, a packet of concentrated herbal powder to my water, about 16 ounces of water, and I drink that throughout the day. I'm finished much before the end of the day, and so I'm drinking other uh, fluids. Um, but it's important to include electrolytes in your hydration. And electrolytes are sodium, potassium, calcium, magnesium, just to name a few. Um, so some of the signs of dehydration, and for me, it's a headache. For others, it might be dizziness, confusion, um, also feeling thirsty. If you feel thirsty, it's too late. You're already dehydrated. So don't wait till you feel thirsty. Your urine color, if it's dark, like a dark yellow, that is a sign of dehydration. It should be slightly yellow. And I find if someone is just drinking water, the urine will be clear. So it's just flushing out. It's not getting into the cell. So the electrolytes, without getting too scientific about it, allow the water to get into the cells to create, gives it that small little generator of energy, fuel, but it also then allows the toxins that build up from that process to flush out and then out through our urine, through our sweat. Um, so again, the electrolytes are key. The One of the things you can do to test yourself to see if you're dehydrated is something called the Tuger skin test. It's basically just pinching your skin, and if it stays up, it makes a little teepee, a little tent, that's a sign that you're dehydrated. You see how mine's elastic and it's kicking right back? So that's an indicator that I have good hydration, and I try to do a good job of that throughout my day. And when I'm working out, I make sure that I add more ounces of hydration and more electrolytes. And a lot of people feel that just because it's winter and they're not sweating and it's cold out, that they're not losing fluids or losing electrolytes. But you have to stay hydrated just as much in the winter as you do um, in the summer. So electrolytes are also found in some foods, such as dark green leafy vegetables, um, beans, nuts, and seeds, bananas. As some of you might see if you run road races or other sort of endurance races, you notice that they have They said bananas available. And some people like to add a little bit of Himalayan sea salt to the water. That's also the sodium's going to add some electrolytes. Some of the benefits of staying well hydrated, let me just read you this. So it hydrates the brain cells, lubricates skin and tissues, assists in digestion. It's important to be well hydrated to help the digestive process and elimination. Provides elasticity to muscles and joints, reduces water retention, and it oxygenates the blood in the lungs. So very important to be well oxygenated. Also, when you're well oxygenated, you're more alkaline as opposed to acidic, and I'll talk about that at some other point. And also, when you're well oxygenated, that decreases your the ability to have disease in the body, cancers and other diseases. So being oxygenated is very crucial to optimal and good health and limiting the chances of disease and illness. Regulates body temperature and increases fluid volume of blood. Right? So it can help with decreasing blood pressure. So that's my take on hydration. Again, I feel a very easy foundational principle that you can incorporate in your life by drinking more fluids, incorporating electrolytes in those fluids, and drinking throughout your day, and also eating those foods that have good sources of electrolytes. So if you find this information helpful, please drop a comment below, like this video, and also if you know someone who might benefit from this information, please share it with them. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you next week. Take care. Bye-bye.